Welcome to head coach Scott Satterfield's post-game press conference. Coach will start us off with a quick opening statement, and please raise your hands for questions. Coach.
Just first of all, just congratulations to BYU, first Big 12 win. Got a lot of respect for Coach over there and this program and the way they do things. First class program, and great environment here tonight. And this is Big 12 football, man. This is awesome. And our guys came out tonight. We came up on the short end of the stick, but they played hard. Continued to play hard all the way to the very end. Love the fight that we had. This game came down to 2 turnovers, and one that went for a touchdown for BYU, and the other one basically went for a touchdown inside the 10. So, that was the difference in the game tonight. We didn't create any turnovers tonight, they made more plays than we did. Is the bottom line, and they come out ahead and got the win.
The possession at the end of the first half.
Yes.
Would you have liked to see something different defensively, or what did you really see going on?
Well, yeah, I think the first play, we dropped 8, thinking I'll try to keep everything underneath us. Rush 3. He had a lot of time back there on that particular play, and ended up hitting a crosser all the way across the field for probably 35-40 yards, and kind of got their drive started. I think we had a PI after that, and then miscommunication in the back end. They had a guy free, and that was a lot of momentum for them right before the half. Because our defense had really played great the whole first half, and really done some great things. And you got that to come out the second half, and we went 3 and out, and then they went down and scored. Which that was a 2-score difference there. And again, second half we played great, back and forth game, and then we stopped them on defense, and then the punt return, we hit the ball, and they recovered right there. So that was again the difference in the second half. And it come down to those turnovers. I mean, Emory on the first one, miscommunication to the wide receiver. It was zone coverage. The wide receiver sat it down as he should have. Emory threw it as he was going to keep crossing, and there was nobody there, except for their guy, and a pick 6. And you can't have that mistake, obviously. A very, very costly mistake that got them 7 points on the board. In the first half, where we dominated the first half, really, and we come into halftime, we're not winning.
Have you been a part of many games where the stats are just kind of one-sided, but
not
the end result is?
It's crazy. It's the first half particularly. We had the ball though, basically the whole first half, and dominated the yards, the time of possession, everything, and really, should have been up 10 by 10 points, but we wasn't. And that's the way football is. You have to make the plays when they're there, and they were very good at that. They made the plays when they had to make them, and. Again, right before halftime, that was a huge momentum for them to be able to drive down and get that touchdown.
How hard is it for the whole team basically to recover after that muffed punt? Because you got the stop, like you said, and it seems like the game could have went.
Yeah, because we were down 8. We're thinking we got the stop. Now we got to go drive, get a 2-point play in. Now we got a ball game, and Brady's got to do it. He's got to go field the ball. First of all, it was this guy can punt, and it was a little bit shorter, so. He kind of was sitting there waiting on it, and all of a sudden it landed right in front of him. And he's fearless. He's going to try to get the ball, but it took one of those huge hops. He's thinking, I can just get it, and it bounces over his head, and he barely gets a finger on it. Obviously, you don't want to touch the ball in that scenario, particularly we just stopped him, and the way the ball game was at. But he's fighting to try to make plays. We got to be smarter there. He'll tell you that as well. He's a very competitor, great competitor, as we saw on the last touchdown when he went over the top to catch that. So, but you got to be smart in that situation. And I felt like that's when we started to grab the momentum. Once we stopped them and we got them to punt and we go down, now we're going to make this a tied ball game, and they get it right back and get another score.
Was the elevation an issue at all?
I don't think so. I think our guys were fighting. They continued to play all the way to the very end. I don't want to use that as any kind of excuse. I think our guys, they just made more plays than we did and came out, one more touchdown.
Do you think the offense took a step forward to where you want it to be?
Well, I thought we did some good things again tonight. Rushed for 242, 3 for 2. We moved the ball again. Did better scoring tonight. Obviously scored some touchdowns. I'm proud of that. It's the turnovers. You cannot turn the football over, and we've had too many. Is the bottom line. BYU last week had a couple of turnovers, and they lost the game to Kansas. That was the difference in that game last week. Otherwise, they would have won that one. And it kind of flipped this week for us, and that's the difference.
Slovis is a guy where he just suddenly gets because you held him to 2 yards passing, and then the next 2 series he's pretty.
Well, they're not going to stop doing what they do. They got some talented receivers out on the outside. Their tight end is very, very talented, big receiver. Number 2's a great player. you know, the one touchdown, he wasn't throwing to number 2, and the ball sailed on him, and then number 2 just came off out of nowhere and caught it and scored. I mean, it was a fluke play. And we had a linebacker in the backfield and missed the tackle. Jones missed the tackle back there, and Slovis overthrew his intended target. And Tourette's is back there getting ready to catch it, and then 2 just comes in front of him and makes and scores a touchdown. It's a heck of a play. Not how they drew it up, you know, but I think they're going to continue to throw the football to those guys. Slovis, that's what he does. And, you know, we anticipated coming in here and getting some turnovers. And, you know, because last week they did turn the ball over. There was a couple of other throws that were made that could have been picked as well last week. And, you know, he didn't do as much of that tonight.
There's obviously a lot of unhappy fans after 3 straight losses. What would your message be to them about, you know, sticking with you, sticking with this team?
Well, you know, there's going to be challenges. We knew there was going to be some challenges. You come into a new conference, you know, there's so much turnover on this team. You know, when you think about personnel, there's a lot of moving parts. And then playing the teams we're playing. You know, we obviously doing everything we can to try to win these games, and you have to make enough plays. You know, we didn't make enough in Miami. You know, the field goal was blocked. Tonight we didn't make enough. Hung in there with Oklahoma, and you know, but I think in this league it's so competitive. You know, you can look at any of the teams in the Big 12, and it's right there. It's going to come down to just a couple of plays, and you know, we just got to find our way to make those couple of plays. And you know, I'm encouraged by the fight of our guys, and I think that's what our fans want, our guys to continue to fight, continue to improve each and every week. There's still a lot of ball left to be played, and you know, as long as our guys are fighting, that's what matters.
Any other questions for Coach? Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.